Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, if I dive to this lesson, I'd like to give our honor and our glory and our praise due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Kwakadash, Daban, great minister, elder apostle, teaching real well, peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, the scattered abroad across the four winds of this planet, that's adoring all things, the soul, Shemashiach, Yahushua, and holy shalom to the sincere Akim that's out there pushing the word, truth, and sincerity, keep doing so, and to the sincere Ahwathium that's out there resting their husbands, being a pillar of rest, keep doing so, okay? So the title of the lesson is basically off this article and stuff like that, and it says woman pastor claims, I'm gonna speak verbatimly, claim Jesus screwed up and called a woman seeking help from him a bitch. Now by the article you can already tell she going off. It says woman pastor, so you already know it's already going off, but we gonna go into it, and basically go into what Yahweh Shai is basically calling this woman and stuff, because even if the Lord did call her a bitch, what would it be the difference? Because hey, at the end of the day, the Lord really didn't deal with women like that when he came as Yahweh Shai, okay? Because he had many more reincarnations. He was Solomon, Melchizedek. When he was Solomon, he went off because of what? Because of who? Women. Okay, so when he came in his next life, he wasn't dealing with women like that. Okay, all right, because when his mother came to him and tried to talk to him, what did he say? Woman, he told, I'm about my father's business, man. Okay, all right, because he didn't really deal with women like that. Okay, because he already know what happens when women gets in a man's life. If she be wicked, it can, mess him over, But let's read a little bit on this article and stuff. See what kind of vomit comes out of this lady's mouth. And it says, a Lutheran minister claimed in a recent sermon that Jesus, who was holy and never sinned, screwed up and called a woman a bitch in her retelling of a biblical story that some had cried as blasphemous. Right, so how did he screw up if he called a woman a dog? Okay, and that just shows you that these people don't have correct understanding of the scriptures, because, and if you want to be technical, he really didn't call her a dog. He just called her a Gentile. She was a Gentile she was an Israelite she's a Israelite taking on Greek customs, and she what is a Gentile? Some Israelite, a Hellenistic Jew. She was a Hellenistic Israelite or whatnot that's practicing heathen customs. Okay, that's what she was doing. That's why the Lord called her a dog, because when you had Israelites behaving like Gentiles, they was behaving in a beast-like state. Okay, that's why he called her a dog, because she's in a beast-like state. Okay, that's why it says a Greek. Okay, because she's behaving in a beast-like state. All right, but when you read, you will see that she has faith in Yahweh Shai, further proving that she is an Israelite, okay, that is dwelling in Phoenicia or Syria. Okay, she's an Israelite that's dwelling in we get into it, but let's continue reading. It says, speaking in the chapel service at the ELCA affiliate Augsburg University in Minneapolis, Minnesota on March 11th, a self-described patrix, the Rev Andrea Roski Metcalf, drew from Mark 7 chapter, verse 24 to 30, explaining that the passage was her favorite Bible story because it was example of Jesus' humanity, in which Christ screwed up bigger here than in Salakia, screwed up bigger here than any story I know, because the Lord called her a dog, which a female dog is a bitch. But hey, what the Lord say? A shameless woman is accounted as a bitch, a dog. So you gonna get mad at the Lord for calling a woman a dog? Okay, because a lot of you women act like dogs. The woman that's in the world, okay, y'all act like dogs. Okay, what is it? Bitches. Okay, all right, and yeah, you see by fucking I think this Joe Biden or somebody, tell by his face, man, that this spirit, man, he's like, oh my gosh, because when women speak, man, and especially when it comes to scriptures, man, it's like a bunch of vomit and confusion coming out their mouth, man. Okay, and the Lord not dealing with that. Okay, continue reading, and it says the story remains our favorite because of the Syrophoenician woman purported improved skills. She said in the exchange, the woman falls at Jesus' feet while he is the region of Tyre, in the region of Tyre, in the Sidon. She begs him to heal her daughter who is demon possessed. She was sick. Okay. Christ responded, let the children be first filled, for it's not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs. The Syrophoenician woman then replies, yes, Lord, yet even the little dogs under the table eat from the children's crumbs. Yahushua then says, for this saying, go your way, the demon has gone out of your daughter. Okay, but she want to say that Yahushua messed up by calling a woman a dog, but she was a Israelite behaving like a Gentile. Okay, so she was in a beast-like state, but she understood, she had faith in Yahushua. Okay, all right, but let's go ahead and read it. Okay, let's go and get the first precept. Let's go and get Mark the 7th chapter, verse 24 to 30. Okay, let's get it. Mark the 7th chapter, verse 24 through 30. Okay, now let's read it. And it says, and from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon, and entered into a house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. Now let's go into, look at this word, Syrophoenician, okay, because it's like a mixture between Syrians and Phoenicians, okay, or Phineas, okay, that's another name for Phoenician, okay, so, no, that's not it. Let me open this app real quick. We're going to go to the book of Mark. We're going to get into it, get the word Syrophoenician there, because that's one thing you need to understand, because this woman, she is an Israelite, okay? So, verse 24, where is it at? Syrophoenician, okay? Syrophonicus, okay? So, Syrophonicus, okay, that's probably how you say it. It says a Syrophoenician woman, i.e., female native of Phoenicia in Syria. Okay, so basically, she's a native woman of Phoenicia and Syria. So basically, she's dwelling in it. Okay, she's dwelling in Phoenicia. Okay, she's a Israelite dwelling in Phoenicia. Okay, so it says the name of mixed nations, half Phoenician and half Syrian. So it was half Syrian, half Phoenicia. Okay, Phoenicians. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, let's see. We got some more. It says Phoenicia, land of palm trees, a territory of province of Syria, situated on the coast of the Mediterranean between the river Erythraeus and the promontory of Carmel, some 30 kilometers long and 5 kilometers broad. Okay, so that's where she's dwelling at. She's in the between. Okay, there's a mixture between Phoenicians and half Syrian. So it's like a mixture between those two. Syrians and Phoenicians are mixed together and stuff, and there's Israelites among the Syrians. That's why when you go into the scriptures tell you thou shalt not abhor a Syrian, or when it says thou shalt not abhor Edomite, it's really supposed to say thou shalt not abhor a Syrian, because we have Israelites that are among the Syrians. Okay, and that's why the Syrophoenician woman, okay, she's an Israelite that's native of Phoenicia and Syria. So she's an Israelite dwelling in Phoenicia and Syria. Okay, it's half Phoenicians and half Syrians, so it's mixed together. That's why it says Syro-Phoenician. So it's like mixed. Okay, half Phoenicians, half Syrians. So she's, you know, a Syrian dwelling in that land. Okay, the land of Phoenicians and Syrians. Okay, if that makes sense to those that you know hear. Okay, because get this one. Syrian inhabited of Syria, okay, Syros, okay. So let's read the definition again. It says a Syrian Phoenician woman, i.e., a female native of Phoenicia and Syria, okay. So she is native of Phoenicia and Syria, okay. As you can see, you know, she's native to that land, okay. But let's go back to it, okay, because that's basically what she was. She was an Israelite and Syro-Phoenician nation by nation and stuff like that, but she is taking on Greek customs. She is acting like a heathen, okay, a Gentile, beast-like state. So when you continue to read this, okay, then it says the woman was a Greek, a Syro-Phoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it unto dogs. And the reason why Yahushua called her a dog is because she is in a beast-like state. Okay, she is behaving like a Gentile, like a Greek. Okay, that's why it says the woman was a Greek. Okay, she wasn't an Edomite, she was an Israelite taking on Greek customs. Okay, so if that makes sense, he didn't really call her a bitch. He just really called her unclean. He just really called her unclean. Okay, verse 28, and it says, and she answered and said unto him, yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs. And he said unto her, for this sin, go thy way, and the devil is gone out of thy daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the devil was gone out of her daughter, laid upon the bed, and again departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon. I think that's it on that. But let's see, we get another one. Okay. Salakia. Syro. Let me see how much. 4 minutes. Phoenician. I'm gonna have to turn that timer off. Turn that timer off so it don't disrupt me as okay. Let me just type in dog. Bear with me. Let me try to find it in Matthew. Bear with me real quick, cause bear with me. Look, now let's read this. This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 23 through 28, because only Israel can have faith in the Lord. Okay, these heathens don't. Okay, so it says, but he answered her. Let's read it and start at 21. It says, then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. She's acknowledging him as the son of David because she knows who he is. Okay, she knows that he descends from the seed line of David, showing that she is an Israelite that know who Yahushua is. She just still in the Greek, Hellenistic, Gentile-like way, beast-like state. Okay, continue on, and it says, my daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, and saying, send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. She is worship him. No heathen gonna worship. No heathen worships the Yahweh and Yahweh Shah like Israel does, man. Okay, continue on. But he answered and said, "It is not." But he answered and said, "It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs." Basically, calling her a heathen. That's Israelite taking on Greek heathen like customs and is in an unclean like state. Okay, continue on. And she said, "True, Lord, yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table." Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, "O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt." And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Right. And basically her faith in Yahushua further proving she is an Israelite, because only Israel can have faith. Okay. Only Israelites can have faith in a higher power, higher being, Yahweh and Yahushua. Okay. Because she knew who Yahushua was. Okay. The fame of the Lord. Okay. She knew who he was. Okay. All right. Now, let's get on this woman telling some Yahushua screwed up by calling her a bitch. No, he was really calling her a heathen, Israelite that taking on Greek-like customs and is behaving in a beast-like state. Okay, that's why it says she's like a Greek, because she's a Hellenistic Israelite. Okay, taking on Greek ways and stuff, heathen customs. Okay, now let's get on this woman pastor. Okay, get the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Okay, and the reason it says, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection." It don't even matter if you are Edomite, all women. Okay, even though we know Edomite woman ain't gonna listen for crap to the truth, but hey, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." Right, so a woman supposed to remain silent when churches that go. Okay, when the men are talking. Okay, a woman's supposed to remain silent. She's supposed to hold her peace. Okay, verse 13, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, and holiness, and with sobriety." Right, so point blank period right there. A woman's supposed to remain silent within the churches. Okay, she is not supposed to be at the mouth. They're not supposed to be in authority. Okay, as you can see, when a woman's in authority, in that instance, you see what vomit spews out her mouth. Okay, all right, let's get one more precept and I'm signing off. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34. And the reason it says, 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 14, verse 34. Let's go ahead and get it and start at verse 33. Okay, it says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints." The Lord is not the author of confusion. The Lord not setting up no woman to lead a congregation. No. What about Deborah? Man, if you understand why the Lord did that, because the men were weak. Okay, that's why the Lord allowed that. Okay, because the men were weak. Okay, but at the end of the day, is the Lord sitting? Did she go to war? No. She had the men went to war. Okay, and what did the Deborah tell them? It's not for your glory, but for Yahweh's glory. Okay, it wasn't even for her glory. It's for Yahweh's glory. At the end of the day. All right, continue on. It says, "Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law." Right. Women are to remain silent when they are in the churches or when men are talking. Okay, because as you can see, when women speak, nothing but confusion comes out of their mouth. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to those they may watch, giving all honor and all glory and all praise due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kwakadash, Daban, Screaming, Mr. Edo, Apostle, teaching well. Peace, salutation, the hopeful elect, the scattered abroad. To the next time, to the next video. Shalom, Koran Sharala, Bada Ball.